People think Khabib's greatness came solely from his dominance in the cage and his unmatched fighting skills. But the truth is, the foundation of his power runs much deeper than any single technique. It wasn't just about the grapple or the takedown. It was about something unbreakable within him. Long before the fame and the bright lights of the octagon, a mindset was being forged in the silence of the mountains. A strength built not on talent, but on unwavering discipline and a quiet, internal fire. He wasn't training to be a star. He was training to be a machine of absolute control. This was the work of years, done far away from the cameras, in the cold air of Dagestan. He came from a world of hardship and routine, where excellence was the minimum standard. In his village, toughness wasn't a choice. It was simply the way of life for everyone. Every day was a cycle of repetition, pushing past the limits of physical and mental fatigue. Routine was the armor he wore against the world, and standards were his only guide. Hardship didn't break him. It defined the edges of his character and his resolve. But behind every great warrior is a master architect. For Khabib, that was his father. Abdulmanap was more than just a coach. He was the visionary who built the entire system. He didn't just teach his son how to wrestle, he taught him how to think, how to act, and how to lead. Through countless hours of instruction and discipline, a philosophy of combat was born. The father's influence was the heartbeat of every movement, every strategy, and every victory. Most fighters train to become dangerous. They seek power, speed, and the ability to hurt. But Khabib was raised to be something else entirely. He was raised to be disciplined. He understood that power is useless without the control to direct it with surgical precision. While others fought with emotion, he fought with structure. While others panicked, he remained calm. For him, the discipline stayed long after the physical training session had ended. When he stepped into the arena, he carried a code that transcended the noise of the crowd. There was no room for ego, no space for distraction, only the relentless execution of the plan. He moved with the weight of generations behind him, following a path set in stone long ago. Every drill, every repetition, every drop of sweat was a tribute to that unbreakable code. Silence was his companion, and focus was his most lethal weapon in the cage. He is the product of a lifetime of sacrifice, pressure, and the relentless pursuit of perfection. His father's standards were high, and Khabib met them every single day without fail. The repetition didn't bore him. It sharpened him into the most dominant force in MMA history. The payoff wasn't just the belt. It was the realization of a vision built over decades of work. Khabib was never just a fighter. He was the ultimate result of discipline carried to its highest level. A legacy forged in the mountains, fueled by a father's dream, unbreakable.